Hey, what's up there, roulette players? Welcome back to Casino Wars, where every day we break down real roulette strategies that you can test, track, and tweak for smarter play at the roulette tables. I'm your host, Lenny, and if you love seeing new ways to take on the roulette wheel, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another roulette spin. And hey, if you have a roulette strategy that you would like me to try out on my channel, please hit me an email. My email is LVcasino.wars@gmail.com. And let's get right into this system and I'll tell you more about it. We are going to be playing another roulette that I seen on 35 to 1 roulette cruising. Big shout out to them, and thank you so much for trying out my strategy on your channel. All right, and let's get right into what we're gonna do here. I saw this video there, and I did some enhancements. I did some little bit of improvements on it, I think. So let's get into it because I made some changes. So let's see how it works out, and I'll see you on the closing. All right, this is like the 6th time now. Okay, let's see if we can get this right now, guys. This is I did very well before and realized I wasn't taping the entire time. All right, so we're gonna try this for the 5th or 6th time. All right, and we're gonna put 5, 10, 15 on black, and we're going to cover those 12 numbers with single numbers and spin. And that's a 29 black. That's a win. That's a 3-unit win. So I'm going to rebet and spin. And we got a 31 black. That's another good number. Any black is good. Blacks bring us $3. All right, and that's a 13 black. That'll be $3. All right, rebet and spin. All right, that's a $9 9-unit win. Rebet and spin. Some reds are good. All right, and that's a 32 red. All right, that's a total loss. Let's see where we're at. We're down 9 units. I'm not going to risk the bankroll for that, so we're just going to rebet and spin. That's a 15 black. All right, that's a 39 unit. That's a jackpot number, finally. So we're going to rebet and spin. Wish I did increase the bet. Would have been double. All right, so 21 red. All right, that's a 9-unit win. Rebet and spin. All right, that's a 23 red. That's a loss, so we're going to rebet and spin because we're not below 0. So we're not going to risk the bankroll for that. All right, that's a 10 black. That's a good number. It's a 3-unit win. Rebet and spin. And that's a 31 black. It's a good number. It's a 3-unit win. Any black is good. All right, that's a 3-unit win. It's a 33, I believe. That's a jackpot number. It is jackpot. 39 units. Okay, so we're going to rebet and spin. All right, that's a 1 red. That's no good. That's a total loss, so we're going to rebet and spin. I'm not going to risk the bankroll. All right, that's a 21 red. That's no good. Oh, that's actually good. It's a 9-unit. All right, that's okay. We'll take it. All right, and spin. We're up 39 units now. All right, that's an 11 black. That's a good number. That's 3 units. All right, and spin. We're up 42 units now. That's an 11. That's another 3 units added to that, so that makes it 45. Rebet and spin. All right. We're off to the races here. We're off to a good start. 20 black. That's good. That's a 3 unit win. Rebet and spin. All right. That's a 17 black. That's another 3 unit win. Rebet and spin. We're up 51 units. All right. That's a loss. So, all right, this will take us below if we lose. Hopefully we don't. Rebet and spin. All right, that's a 1. That's no good. That's a $27 loss. So now we're going to have to rebet, and we're going to have to double it and spin. Well, we shouldn't have doubled it. We shouldn't have risked the bankroll for 3 units. All right, that's a 36 though. That's a win, I believe. That's an $18 win, so that's good. So now we're going to rebet, and we're going to bring it back to base. We're not going to risk our bankroll for this. All right, and spin. We're up 15 units. I'm not going to risk a bankroll. That's a 5 red. I believe that's a loss. Yes. So we're going to rebet. And, yep, we're going to have to rebet, double, and spin. That's a 9 red. That's a good 18 unit win. So we're going to rebet and spin one last time. We should have took it back because we're up 6. Yeah, see? Now we just lost everything. So now we're going to have to rebet. We're going to have to double on, make it up to 108 and spin. All right, that's a 12. That's a win. All right, that's a 36 unit win. It's a 36 unit win, so let's rebet. Let's go back to base. Hold on one second. Let's see where we're at. Let's see where we're at. We're down 12 units. Yeah, let's just be safe and let's take it back to base. All right, and spin. All right, that's a 17. That's a 3 unit win. Rebet and spin. All right, that's another 34 unit. That's another 34 red. That's another loss. So now we're going to double and spin. We're down 36 units. We need a jackpot number. That's a 3. Okay, that's a good unit. That's a good one. That's an 18 unit win. So we're going to rebet and spin. Another one of those and we'll be okay. That's a 6 black. That's going to be a good one. All right, that's a 78 unit win. So we're going to definitely bring it back to base. And spin. All right, that's a 60. We're up 60 now. 14 red. That's no good. That's a total loss. So we're going to rebet. See where we're at. We're up 33. So we're not going to risk the bankroll. We're just going to spin. That's a 00. That's not good. It's not good for anyone. So we're going to rebet. We're going to double it and spin. We're up 6 units. We shouldn't have risked the bankroll, but that's okay. 36. That's a good one. So that's an 18 unit win. So we're going to bring this back to base. Try not to risk the bankroll too much. Rebet and spin. That's a 15 black. That's always good. That's a jackpot, actually. All right, so we're going to rebet and spin. This is a lot of back and forth. 13. That's a black. That's a good one. It's a $3 unit. 3-unit bet. 3-unit win. Spin. All right, that's a 31 black. All right, that's a 3-unit win. So we're going to rebet and spin. That's a 34 red. That's a loss, total loss. So we're just going to rebet and spin. We're not going to risk the bankroll. We are still up 42 units. That's a 16 red. That's a loss again. Now we're only up 15, but we're just going to rebet and spin. We're not going to risk the bankroll. Not quite yet. That's a 25 red. That's another loss. So now we're down 12 units. So now we're going to rebet and double and spin. That's a black 2. That's a good one. It's not a jackpot, but it's a 6-unit win. So rebet and spin. See if we can regain another 6 units, then we can go back to base. That's a 28 black. All right, that's another 6 units. So we're going to go back to base to not risk our bankroll, because we are at 0 again. That's an 8 black. That's a win. That's another 3-unit win. So we're going to rebet and spin. All right, that's a 10. That's a win. So we're going to rebet and spin. That's a 2 black. That's a win. So we're going to rebet and spin. We're up 9 units now. That's a 14 red. That's no good. So we're going to rebet. And yep, we're going to double and spin. Hopefully we can get a jackpot. That's a 5 red. I think that is a no, it's not. It's a loss, man. All right, so we're going to rebet. We're going to double again. Now we're really risking our bankroll here. All right, that's a 27 red. All right, that's a 36-unit win. So let's rebet and spin. We need another one like that, or a jackpot number. 17 black. All right, that's a 12-unit win. Rebet and spin. Let's see if we can get back these 24 units. That's a 27 red. All right, that's a good one. So we're back up. So we're going to rebet, and we're going to take it back to base. We don't want to risk the bankroll more than we have to. All right, and spin. We're up 12 units now. That's a 3. That's a good one. That's a 9-unit win. All right. So let's rebet and spin. That's a 31. That's a good one. All right. That's a 3-unit win. Rebet and spin. That's a 6 black. That's a jackpot number. All right. Rebet and spin. It's a 63. Now that's a 23. Where is that? Oh, that's not in a good spot. Okay, so rebet. And we're not going to double because we're still up 36 units. So we're just going to reset, rebet, and spin. That's a 36. That's a good number. It's a 9-unit win. Rebet and spin. That's a 4 black. That's always good. Any black is always good. Rebet and spin. 48 units. That's a 0. That's not good. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to just rebet and spin because we're not below 0. That's an 8. That's a good one. So not a jackpot, but it's a good one. Rebet and spin. It's 3 units. That's a 33 black. All right, that's a jackpot number. All right, so let's rebet and spin. 63 units. Seems like we're not going anywhere. It's like a back and forth thing, but this will make a good video because it'll be long. All right, that's a 9-unit win. That's good. And rebet and spin. Seems like we keep going up and under, up and over, up and under. All right, that's a 30. Oh, good. All right, that's a 9-unit win. So we're going to rebet and spin. Got to get this up to 200. Let's see if we could do it. All right, that's an 18 red. Where is that 18? Oh, the 18 falls in a good spot. All right, so that's a 9-unit win. So we're going to rebet and spin. We're looking to make 200. All right, that's a 27 red. That's another 9-unit win. Rebet and spin. All right, we're doing okay. Let's not jinx it. Let's knock on wood right now. 6. All right, that's a jackpot number. All right, it helps us get to our goal here. We're up 138 units. Hopefully this continues. All right, that's a 5. That's a loss. All right, so we're just going to rebet and spin. We're not going to risk the bankroll. All right, that's a 3 red. That's a good one. That is a 9-unit win. And we're going to rebet and spin. And at this point, let's just win one more and see what happens here. Hopefully, 26. That's a good number. That's a 3-unit win. So let's just rebet and spin. Let's hopefully we get another good number. All right, and that's a 32 red. That's no good. That's a loss, 27-unit loss. So we're going to rebet and spin. We're not going to risk the bankroll because that's a 3-unit win. Rebet and spin. Come on, let's go get above 100 again. 18 red. All right, that's one of the good red ones. All right, so we're going to rebet and spin. All right, that's a 14 red. That's no good. Going to rebet and spin. Not going to risk the bankroll. That's a 27 red. All right, that's in the good zone. Rebet and spin. Got to get up over 100 again. We just keep going back and forth with this game. 9, that should be a good one. It is. Rebet and spin. All right, we're up 99 units. Let's get one more win. It's a 31 black. That's a win. 3-unit win. So we're going to rebet and spin. We're up 102 units. It's 28 black. That's a good one. Rebet and spin. Come on, we need some more jackpots. 6, that's a good one. I think that's a jackpot. It is. 39 units. So with that being said, I'm going to rebet and I'm going to spin. I'm not going to let ourselves lose $100. Okay, gang? So we're going to walk away with 100 if we go below 14. That's a loss. And that's going to be it then. So that's $117. We didn't make it to the 200, but we did make 117. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss another roulette strategy. All right there, roulette players. All right. So that was a great strategy. I did walk away with 117 units, which is, I didn't make my 200 unit goal. However, the 117 units was a good win for a day. Don't forget to check out the 35 to 1 roulette cruising. I'll put a card in the beginning, not here. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and keep those emails coming in. I'm gonna get, I would like to get some strategies on here for you guys. All right, and thank you, and you guys have a great rest of your week.